If you want to travel to the Philippines in the month of November, then stay tuned because I'm going to share my experience and some tips that would have made my journey a bit better. I traveled to the Philippines 3 times, 2 times the previous times in December, January, and my last time in November 2023 until the 5th of December. Bear in mind, in the Philippines, you will only find 2 seasons, the dry season and the wet, rainy season. The rainy season starts in June and ends in December, and of course, the dry season begins in December and ends at the end of May, more or less. My trip started on the 10th of November 2023 and ended on the 5th of December of the same year. This time I visited Manila, Palawan, and Cebu. The reason why I chose November is because I had to meet a friend who was only available in this month, and also because it was a bit cheaper compared to the high season of December, of course, Christmas season and January. Now, in general, I cannot recall a single day in the 3 weeks I was there fully with the sun in the sky, as actually I remember the previous times in December and January. So November kept changing. The weather is very variable. There's clouds and rain on your way more or less every day. And that was the factor that changed my last experience in the Philippines for the worst. And I didn't really enjoy it as the previous times, to be honest. The main reason is because everything without the sunlight looks different. The colors of the water and the ocean, the color of nature in general, and the leaves, the palm trees, everything looks a bit more flat and dead. You know, you go to Palawan to see the lagoons and you just don't see the actual colors of the lagoons because the sun is not there. Keep also in mind that November is very humid. A lot of mosquitoes in all the places we went to, including Palawan and Cebu. If you don't mind wearing mosquito repellent, I recommend to wear one. I don't like to put that kind of stuff on my skin, so I didn't wear one and my legs were destroyed. And some nights in Coron, I actually had to wear long hiking trousers because they were eating my calves. If you have those hiking trousers that can cut into shorts but also have long legs, definitely bring one because it's going to be helpful. As we are talking about accessories and clothing, I recommend also a dry bag that will be helpful in case of rain to cover your gear. I travel with a lot of camera gear, and if you want to see what I travel with in terms of camera gear, go and check my previous video. But that's definitely something I need to protect anything. It's also useful if you join island hopping tours. A dry bag, great tool. I bought it on the island of Palawan actually for 500, 600 pesos. So 10 pounds, not much. I brought with me a poncho, which again, I have used a couple of times and saved my gear because I was wearing my gear in my actually rucksack, not in the dry bag this time. And I got caught in a storm as I was riding a scooter and everything was getting completely soaked. So I got my poncho and wrapped my bag with the poncho and saved it. I didn't mind to get wet because I was, it's pretty hot still, but I had to take care of my gear. But still, it can be useful on a scooter and it's rainy. You can wear your poncho and cover yourself by the wind and the breeze. In terms of actual clothing, it's still very hot, even if it's humid. So my best choice was to carry a couple of Lycra surf t-shirt, one with the long sleeves and one with short sleeves. And when I was going to the beach and sometimes in the water, I was just keeping the t-shirt on just to protect me from the sun, because when the sun is out, it burns you. Another tip here, because I was hiring a scooter almost every day on the island of Cebu and I was leaving early in the morning and coming back in late afternoon around 6 p.m. And in the morning and late evening, it can be quite chilly actually. You will feel a bit of breeze, and I was carrying with me one of those technical hoodies. Very light, but it was protecting me from the breeze, and actually it was very comfortable. I think I was the only one wearing a hoodie on the island, but hey. On my last week, I was on the island of Cebu. I was staying in Alegria, and I had another 5 days before my holiday ended. On one morning, I had to move from Allegria to Oslo, and in the morning I decided to go to one of the local beaches just to check it out. I went there, the weather wasn't great, it started to rain, I got caught on the scooter again by a storm. I was really disappointed at this point, and I think also really tired. So I just decided instead to cut short my holiday. So I got a taxi, went towards Cebu Airport, and booked another flight to go back to London before the end of my holiday. Especially, I think, because of the weather. I was really disappointed by that. And I wouldn't go, in my opinion, back to the Philippines in the month of November. Again, that's my experience. I'm sharing with you what happened to me. So maybe I was unlucky, maybe I was in a different mindset, but that was my decision. And even when I think back about the holiday right now, after a month, I didn't see it as a completely positive break. So it kind of ruined my expectations. So there you go. If you're going to the Philippines in the month of November, keep this thing into mind, but of course check what other people are saying as well. I hope the video helped out. Once again, subscribe. A lot of stuff about the Philippines are coming on my channel. Stay tuned.